15-26, 9-7, 1-1. So I'm live at the Plymouth camp here, Court 1. We got Donyell, Dan, I'm mic'd up. Okay, now, what's his first name again?
Which one? Is it Daryl?
Daryl. No. The president. Oh, shoot, now I forgot his name. Crap.
I'll get it right here one down here.
All right. We just had to travel. Barney. Okay, Donyell, Barney, and Dan. The game is a few minutes early, so we missed the first couple minutes of play here. Dan's the lead. He backed out of a wide angle position. Dan, I want you to, as the lead, Dan, you're going to be squared up to the baseline, your shoulders. All right. Got to square up on the baseline to open up your field of vision of play. So make sure you do that. That's the first thing as the lead, to square up your shoulders so you can see the post play and the play to the right of you. All right, we're at the 12:30 mark with 4 fouls on the home and 1 on the visitors. As you three are working the game, think about the score, the foul count, how the game started. A lot of little things on your mind to start the game. Good no call. All right, nice job. Okay, we got a fast break. Nice hustle. Yeah, boy, good job. Donyell just had a foul from the C position, long distance. So Donyell, when you got to that position, make sure that you definitely saw what you saw, because that's a long distance call. I didn't write it down. Good job, Dan. C call, good strong whistle, good position. Barney, good job of talking to the new players. That's great preventive officiating. talking to the players, selling them down. Dan, good call from the C. Barney, you just got an over the back call. We had an inline ball to come into play, and I think Barney was the C, and the sub kind of walked on the court over to the baseline, and Barney just look at the film and see if you waved on the substitute. Square. Dan, square your shoulders. All right. Got 14-11, 5-3 in fouls, 8:20 to go. Square your shoulders, Dan. You can't peek out of the side of your eyes. Can't see nothing over your shoulder. Open up. All right, good no call. As the lead, Dan. Nothing happened, person drive, there's nothing going on. Attaboy. Good job, Donyell. That's a good call. Got a little push on the body. Good job. Okay, Donyell, I know you're getting a little tired, third game of the day, but Donyell hustled to the baseline, and you almost got run over by the kids, but hustle to the baseline and square up to the action, your shoulders. All right.
Come on, you gotta stop yourself.
All right, so there's a lot of non-action, a lot of nothing going on, a lot of turnovers. I think that's the 4th turnover in a row now. We got 20 to 15 score, 6 and 3 and follow, 6 on the home team. All right, Barney had a traveling call. If you can, square up your shoulders to the baseline.
So how can they hear what you're saying?
Yeah, but how do they hear?
It's taped.
So they aren't listening as you're talking. I was wondering.
I would love for them to listen.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It'd be a lot easier. You can tell them what to do right now.
We should have headphones.
Yeah.
Yep. Just square up even with, yep. And now get your 45. There you are. Now get ready to, yep, there you are. Relax. Relax, you're good. Okay. They watch it, they watch the film later.
And now these guys got to pay to be here too? Is that how it works?
Hell yeah. They got to pay for me to teach them.
You guys got to figure it out. They're not getting paid to rep. They got to pay to rep. They got to pay to rep. They're learning.
They're getting trained by us veteran people.
Got the scar tissue to prove it, I'm sure, huh?
I do. 2 back surgeries, 5 knees, and I got a brace in my neck. 47 years high school, 35 for college.
How do you keep on busting your knees up?
Doing this 5, 6 nights a week.
Oh, boy.
I just retired from basketball. I had enough.
Really? What conference were you at? College? What conference?
Oh, I was all over the nation. I worked Division 1, 2, and 3, and I got out of that. I got out of D1 almost right away because I didn't like it. Too much politics. But I also worked college softball, and I've worked a lot of NCAA tournaments and World Series and that fast pitch. I worked that 3 times. So yeah, I'm educated.
There you go. How much does it cost for their education today?
I'm not sure what I'm getting paid.
No, I mean, not.
It's
How
not
much do
enough.
they have to pay to get here?
I think it's $100 or something. It's not. It's cheap. The college camps that I attend are about $400 to $1,000. Just for one weekend, $1,000. But then I work Division 1. I make them softball. So you pay for where you got to go. It's just like a job. All right.
Working them over good or a little bit?
How you doing? I'm doing good. Nice to see you. How are you? Step down. On a free throw, step down. Good job. All right. I wasn't saying a lot because there's not a lot going on. The ball's now going in the basket. Everybody's doing their rotations well. Nice job. Barney just backed out of a lead. Good job. 146, 28-20. At this point of the game, the kids are just playing the game and you're just there. Oh. There should have been a call here. There's a rebounding, and that's Dan. There's a rebounding issue, and the big guy from Orange kind of gave the guy a little shove. So, on that play, we have multiple things happening, right? We had the foul, we had a potential basket interference.
On that one, yeah.
Potential.
My thing on that basket interference was, isn't it our judgment whether he's going up to block that or
Correct.
he's just going up to hit that back?
That is correct. So, what? So Matt just said it. It's our judgment to decide if it was an intentionally hitting the backboard, an intentional slap to vibrate the ball to be illegal, or is it just an attempt to block the ball? And I think it was a good no call. So, but I was saying to Dan, as a C, the big orange 51 was blocking out the white player, and there's a little excessive pushing going on. And we should have hit that one. We should have called a foul. Because
That's what's having a strong C.
yeah, exactly. Yes, we want a strong C. All right, we got halftime. 36-22, 7 fouls to 4. This one is being taped, so you can request a tape.
Okay.
Dan, over here, what I tried, did you hear a little bit what I said? You were right here as a C, and you were in good position. I think Donyell was the lead, and you were the trail. And there was 4 attempts at the shooting at the basket, and all 4 times Bonduel got the rebound. And Orange 51 was frustrated, and the parents back there were saying, rebound, rebound. So he got pissy. And as the off official as a C, you really had nothing to look at except for your own area. That big 51 came around and kind of just gave that white guy a shove. That's a game saver for you as a C. It was a 4th attempt. They missed 4 shots. The fans are yelling for rebound, rebound. Don't listen to the crowd, but you had a great view to see that 51 shove white. And that push should have been called. And I think I said it here. But as you guys look at the film, don't think of just you. Listen to what I say to him, and listen. Look at the tape, because the game itself, I had a lot of periods of no talking. Earlier there was a lot of turnovers. The play was sloppy. Then they got a couple baskets, and then it got kind of nothing. And those are the trends that, as you get more experience, you got to feel that. And when they're rebounding 3-4 times, the lead's busy with all the post play, and normally the trail is looking in for the rebounding on that side. That's why it's important for you to take the backside C here. It's important that you cover up the 3 parts of the court. Okay? For the most part, I think it was all good there. But I think that play will stick out on here. All right? All right, go get him.
It's almost where when you're the C, you got to call who's in your primary for defense. Because I think if you would have been, because they taught me if there's no one here or there's no one action, find the numbers on defense of who's in your primary. That'll keep you involved in that game. I think that would have helped him out.
Exactly.
On that side, because then we're just watching if we don't keep a who's in our primary.
And here's the key to that play, that one play. If you took a snapshot, there was 3 attempts on that, or 2 attempts there, 1 there, or 1, 2, and 2. So the players were there, then they were over here, and then they went over there. So the conglomerate of the players, as the C, you want to have a second pair of eyes watching those players. But what happened was he'd have to stay back to see this, the big kid and that white guy, they kind of rotated kind of away. And if he doesn't have his open field of vision, he won't see that. If he's this way, look at, see how I'm peeking? Yeah. He couldn't see it. But Dan would have to be right about here. But he was like this. So out of the corner of the eye, he couldn't tell. So Dan, and I say this, Dan should have been just a step there. Opened up, yeah. Rotate, good job. Barney's doing a good job here. Good job rotating. Now, I want Barney to look at that. And I'm going to talk to Matt. Why is that a foul? Barney asked me, and I'm going to talk to Matt, but that his hands are straight up, so he has legal vertical position. So that's illegal.
Correct.
Legal. So that should not have been a foul. It should have been nothing. He kept them straight up high. He never moved them. He kept them straight. So that shouldn't have not been a foul. Because the verticality was even.
And that's his area.
Nobody initiated contact either way. There's no initiation of contact.
Right.
So that should have been a no call.
And it's legally his area, going straight up.
And it's his call. But again, think about that post play, and I'm talking to Matt for Barney, that when you have a play like that, you need to watch the legal positioning verticality-wise, not just horizontal. I mean, watch the vertical more than anything else.
Especially on board.
Yes. And Donyell, that was a good travel call. He shuffled his feet as he was going up. So I try not to give my opinion on calls, but when I do this is what I think. You look at the film and see what I think. So this is the concept. Now, this is another way of learning. But film is I think, what do you think?
Gives me different eyes of looking at the video.
Yeah, and my knowledge level and his knowledge level. And
then I'm supposed to try to figure out what the rule is. If that's getting into the rules, and trying to figure out if that is the right rule, like the verticality here. See if that is.
And when you look at the film, you're going to see that he never moved it.
Okay.
You're going to see that. That's why it's kind of nice to have it, but not. I can be brutally honest. So. But at this point of the second half, it's early in the second half. It's been ragged play, which then leads to officials having to step up and cleaning up the mess sometimes. So we have
to get involved in.
Well, we might, based on the play. See? There was a loose ball, and all we had to do was stand and watch. So there was nothing to clean up, but they did it themselves. All that extracurricular happened to be nothing. So we really didn't have to worry about it. But sometimes you have loose balls, you have people pushing,
elbows,
you have So on loose balls, you have to be very alert for the unobvious. You know why you square your shoulders? Because he can't see the court. If I'm like this, what if there's a foul over there? You're going to get away with a foul. I can see that way, and I can see that way. I can't see that way. All right. 14:54. We have a 43-26 game. 1 foul, 2 fouls. So we're getting to a 20-point lead in a blowout. So
now we got to watch the underdog team.
now,
Probably attitudes are going to come in.
at this point in the game, all 3 officials, Barney, Donyell, and Dan, or anybody who's officiating, should be aware that there's a potential blowout. There should be potentially attitudes or anger management issues or whatever might happen. This is when it happens. The play is now sloppy again. So with all this pent up stuff, you got to be aware that somebody just might blow a gasket. Yeah. So we should be mentally and physically prepared to, again, I mentioned earlier about it's not a certain time, but at this point in the game, we need to now refocus and reconcentrate on what potentially could be a danger issue here. There was silence for a while, but I was just going to say we haven't had a foul in a few minutes. All of a sudden, bang, here one hits. So, again, we're managing the game based on the talent level and a lot of the scrappy play of what they're doing. And we just had our first foul in about 5 minutes. So the game is moving along. It's not the prettiest. It's kind of ugly. But hey, you know, it's all okay. Fine, and doing the job. Nope. That looked kind of ugly, but I think it's a good no call.
Yeah, it was almost the same as the last one.
Based on the camera angle, you might see the hand come across, and it looked like a clean block from this side of the court. But that camera angle will give us a different look. Subs, attaboy, Dan. Again, you have a one-man show rather than playing with the team, and he had a bad shot. Again, we have another turnover added to the list, and then another made basket, and the winning team's getting a larger score.
And they're going to go up again.
Yep.
See what they look like over there. Pretty quiet.
We get a timeout for the orange team, Reedsville.
Now see if they come together.
Donyell, I'm going to point some out. Every time there's a timeout, Donyell, you go to the table and do something.
Instead of coming together with his guys.
Right. So I want you to get together with your crew. Don't worry about the table. That's something you shouldn't have to worry about. Team huddle. No team hug, just a huddle. You spend a lot of time over at that table. Is there alcohol over there?
That's my H2O.
Oh, you're getting water.
Yeah.
All right, good. I mentioned on here about you going to the table a lot.
Hey, you told us to bring our water bottle. I'm glad I did. It's hot as hell. in
You
here.
know, all right, nope, that's okay. I mentioned on here it's sloppy. The team that's way ahead, the team that's losing has a lot of turnovers, and the team that's winning is making buckets. And it's kind of again, I put on here, your antennas should be up based on the frustration of this team, because I saw a little bit earlier, and I think it could blow up a little bit, but
Yeah, we got it.
we'll see. Yep.
What do you say about going to the table?
His H2O is over there.
Tell them we don't get H2O timeout. That's only the kids.
So, I'll say this. On that just pass play, the Orange just made a basket, but when you guys look at the film, go back to the play before. Barney rotated over here to the lead, and he stayed with his post the whole time, which means Dan was the C moving to the trail. But Dan, you got to make sure you have sideline coverage, because when Barney rotated, he stayed on the post. So he came across, he was focused on that area. And Dan was here, has to focus on this area.
And he did. Dan stayed looking that way. But that's because Dan is straight lining himself. He's
Correct.
never opening
Right.
up to where the basketball is.
So, and I'll say this a lot, I can video. Dan, when you have a rotation, when the lead's opposite you as the C, so when the lead's on the opposite side as the C, you have to kind of take a look at the lead rotating to this side of the court toward you. And once you see him coming toward you, you have to back up and open up your field of vision. Okay, makes sense? So Dan, I want you to do that. When you look at the film, it was about 7:50 left in the game. Barney was the lead, came over to the side here, opposite the table. You were the C, and you were looking inside, so we had 4 eyes on the inside rather than 2 eyes here. So eventually, or possibly, we could have an illegal screen here that was missed, or potential anything. But nothing
So
happened.
he got stuck.
Yeah. Okay, we got 7 minutes to go. 4-3 in fouls, 54-36. Barney.
Yeah.
Good job. Nice call, Barney, on the free throw violation. 1 point taken away from Orange. All right. All right, Donyell, good job. Again, remember to be squared up as the lead on the baseline. I'm not sure if I said this, but the lead is the heart, and you two are the valves. The lead is the heart, blood of the crew, but the lead in the sea makes you pump better.
The trailer.
It all got, the blood goes in, the blood goes out, but you're the heart as the lead. So
Blood never comes. Oh, so everything comes to you.
So the lead always does the rotation. He starts the action.
Right.
So they're the heart, they're pumping her. He's the guy. And these guys here helps make that flow, the blood flow go from the sides. So that's just my little saying.
Balance. It's all about balance.
Correct. You got a plugged valve on one side, you're going to be tired and run down. So we got to have a good working crew or heart. I was watching Donyell's. Yeah, there was a little something before. Yeah.
Because they are down now. This is where the chipping's going to come if they don't start calling it. Especially with boys. I've learned with girls too. You got to watch girls from day one in college because we had the fourth quarter out of nowhere. A girl went in for a layup and a girl went after her.
Yeah.
But I saw the hair pull before that. But she was hair puller the whole game. We didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Didn't catch it. And then fourth quarter came and she was pissed.
Yeah. Okay, Barney has called a couple fouls now in a row, so I always say it this way. Barney's got a couple calls. Now the other two guys got to get in on the party. Join the party here. Get a foul call, a violation, blow your whistles. Become active as a crew, not an individual, one official blowing fouls all the time or violations. Okay. All right. Dan, did you feel my hands on your shoulders? So Dan, what I was trying to have you do was you were properly positioned as a C, but as the rebound came and there's a bunch of players on the low block here, I was going to put my hand on your shoulders and just tilt you just a little bit. To instead of being square into the sideline, you just open up a little bit so you can see both sides, this corner, the block, and this area. So one step. Look where I'm at. One step. Now that opens up everything. All right. Wow, nice play. Good job. That's a good play by the kid. All right, we got 150, 67, 40, 5 and 6 fouls. The team that's ahead is going to milk the clock a little bit. All right. As we close in on the final minute or so of the game, just some perceptions that I see. Donyell, you're tired. It's your third game. You know, that's just a clue to you know, a little physical conditioning, getting ready for the season. However you do to get your stamina, you got to build that up for your regular season play. So that's a perception there for Donyell. You've improved your mechanics. You've hustled on the floor. This last game, a little tired, so I can tell that. But now we got to work on our conditioning and our stamina. Barney had a pretty solid game all around. Hustled, did some things. Everything was pretty cool with Barney. Dan as the C. There's a couple of things that I want you to work on. Is when you're on the sideline, no matter what, if it's trail or C, and when you're on the sideline, you need to take a step one way or the other to open up your field of vision. And I'll show you that after the game. Right? One step. One of the nice things about college women's mechanics, once you guys start studying it, it beats all to hell the high school mechanics. So I think it's important that you start now, all of you guys start studying college mechanics and start utilizing them in some of the games you're doing in the next year. And hopefully you get some gains from me. But it's important to make sure you have a good 45-degree angle as lead, trail, and C, and a step here or there to open up your field of vision. That's the two things I want you to work on. I turn him off.